Hi, my name is Ian and let's comment about the world. So to continue my Doctor Who commentaries, I will now review the third episode of the first series of the new classic series Doctor Who, Unquiet by Mark Gatiss. Okay, I have a mispronunciation here. For 2 years, oh, that's a face sign. For 2 years, I have mispronounced Mark Gatiss's name into Mark Gratzky because I am a bit dyslexic and it kind of makes sense because it sounds like Mark Gatiss's. I confuse it. That's the thing. So it is also directed by Eros Lin, the guy who did the End of Time direction. This episode stars Christopher Eccleston, who played Clyde in Heroes, and I am so glad that Heroes is not existing anymore because in the middle of the third season, I kind of fall out of love with the episode. It also stars Billie Piper, who is for the first time having full clothing, conservative clothing, matronly clothing, I might add. This is the last time we see her fully clothed. A lot of times, she's either Britney Spears, I'm a Virgin, or just completely naked. Oh, which reminds me, Secret Diary of the Call Girl Season 4 is gonna be up on January 27 next year. It also stars Eve Miles, who plays Gwennet, the Welsh maid of the proprietor of a parlour who is haunted by ghosts. Cardiff is a very, very nice place in this episode, and I would give kudos to the production people, to the location scouts, because it is very authentic period Victorian-esque kind of buildings that you got here. So the story is that Gwennet and the proprietor of the parlour has one of their stiffs running around the town of Cardiff, and they have to hunt them like some kind of Victorian Ghostbusters. Gwennet here has the sight, or some people will commonly know psychic. Air quotes. Recognize. So she has the sight because she has been on the riff for a long time. And they are hunting her, which scares the bejesus out of you because on the cold opening, she goes towards the camera and she's like CGI with blue fire, and that creeped me out when I first saw this. Great direction by Eros Lin there, and good CGI. Oh, I would also maybe later. So our old lady here, who's dead but is alive, technically zombie, is watching a reading by Charles Dickens, a man who I only know has written The Christmas Carol. I haven't really read any of his works. When I watched this, I wasn't really motivated to watch his works. I mean, Vincent and the Doctor, that was different. I really went to Wikipedia after Vincent and the Doctor to research Vincent van Gogh. That's just me. And so the fiasco of it is that the old lady is possessed, and the blue elementals, as Dickens would coin in this episode, flies through the theater. And I like the CGI. It is very realistic and the flow is very, very believable, as you can see. Not this kind of CGI. I am going to comment about this later. And look at that, it's Mark Gatiss, Mark Gratzky, Gatiss. So this is technically a zombie episode. So we cannot see in the future zombie episodes because some people on Galaxy Base would like a Resident Evil kind of episode, but technically there are water zombies and it kind of fails me. I now remember Water to Mars. Damn you, Galaxy Base, damn you. So the episode also includes seances, which is kind of a cliche, and there are a lot of pupas, and I'm not using that word right, but seriously, there are a lot of teams that are two to Dickens, I should say, because they held seances, and we meet the Gelt, a species of ghastly-like creatures that sounds like a little girl and looks like Dr. Manhattan. Don't know the reference? Look it up. So the Gelt were a species, a race, an alien race, that was destroyed during the Time War, and the Doctor, who's ended the Time War, gets all the Presidency and helps the Gelt to release them from the void, from the rift, a weak part of time and space, which is the Crack Series 5, and now the rift is gone in Cardiff. So they went down the basement, again another cliche, dead people, zombies, to open the gate, so that the other Celts can be freed. And look, whoop-de-doo-dah, whoop-de-day, the Celt was evil, and they would conquer the world by killing all the humans and turning them into Celtian suits. And all the zombies are possessed, and even the caretaker. I'm making this a read-through, but seriously, hang on. They get trapped, and another cliche about zombies in film, really a lot. They get trapped, surrounded by zombies. They did a seance. Thank God they don't have shotguns. And they're almost gonna die right there and then, until Dickens frees them by turning off all the gas bulbs and releasing the gas, causing the Gelt to be sucked into the gas pipes. Gwyneth, on the other hand, is dead. Well, she is dead, no pulse, but her consciousness is still alive, and she sacrifices herself. So the whole funeral parlor is engulfed with methane gas. So she lights a match, and if you can see this, torches the whole place. And she dies eventually, and the Gelt dies because they're made of gas, and when they are exposed to fire, they evaporate. And Gwen would be reincarnated into a Welsh policeman who marries a fat guy and has feelings for John Barrowman. Look it up, New Earth. They're coming, I don't know, 2011 from Stars for 2012. So Dickens, having seen this, before that he was the Presidency, and having seen the Blue Elementals and having gotten rid of his writer's block, says goodbye to the Doctor and Rose. And before Rose, having questioned the Doctor that if he writes the Blue Elementals book, it might change history, but Dickens would die next year, because well, technically 2 weeks from now, because Dickens, oh, did I mention this story is in Christmas? And so as a final gesture of a supposedly gonna die man, the Doctor gives him a surprise, and by the power of magic vested in me, fail. Okay, so I am rating this 5 stars. This is one of the only, if not some, of Mark Gatiss' great work. I mean, he's a good writer. I've seen the Endgame episode, the Sherlock episode, He is a good writer, but sometimes he goes full out with your dialects. You remember that. Great direction by Rion Elliott, great acting by everyone. Eve Miles, Billy Piper, Christopher Eccleston. He is always good. He is the doctor that I wish had 2 to 3 more seasons, but he had 1 season. I hate you for that, Eccleston, but I love you if you're gonna go back in a multi-doctor story. The resolution was good. The moral implication was heavily, well, not heavily driven on, but more of Rose having the moral implication that the dead should be respectfully buried, but the doctor saying that they're dead already, their bodies are worthless, and the guilt needs a form to live. So it's a moral dilemma for Rose and the doctor as well. So I'm giving this episode 5 stars. Next week, farting aliens. Farting aliens. My name is Ian, and I just comment about